Hello and welcome, Essex County College family. This is the Virtual Cafe, powered by Student Life and Activities. Today's episode number 75. Wow, 75 episodes, huh? Pretty crazy. Time flew during COVID. Today's episode is returning student scholarships for spring 2022. So you're in school now, you're coming back for spring. These are for you. So pay attention today. I'm going to go over our scholarships they will have available for returning students. And then Mr. Graham, Director of Student Life, is going to go over the application with you afterwards. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them. And an edited version of this video will be on YouTube tomorrow to reference with all of this great information that we're going to give you about returning student scholarships for spring 2022. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Here is your no-nonsense ultimate tutorial to scholarships at Essex spring 2022. Here we go. Okay, application deadline is November 30th, 2021. It's the Google Doc this year. It is not a PDF. Make sure you get it completed and submitted by November 30th. Check your email today. Be coming to you from Mr. Graham, Director of Student Life. All right, moving on. Complete and submit the scholarship application through Google Docs, okay? So you're gonna open up the link from Mr. Graham. You're gonna go ahead and fill out that application. You're gonna do whatever it tells you to do. And your only thing that's going to be separate is your recommendation letters. And you're going to be emailing those to jgram1@essex.edu. So the entirety of the scholarship application is in Google Docs, emailed to you from Mr. Graham. The recommendation letters that you'll be receiving from potentially teachers, employers, faith leaders, you're going to be submitting those separately. And that's the only thing you're going to be submitting separately to Mr. Graham at jgram1@essex.edu. Next up. Frequent question we get from you all. When will we know? The awardees will be contacted via email no later than December 17th, 2021. Okay, so if you are going to be receiving one of these scholarships, you'll be notified by email no later than December 17th, 2021. All right, we are going to get into our scholarships available for spring 2022 for returning students only. Here is our first scholarship. It's the Academic Engagement Scholarship, right? You need a 3.0 GPA or better, not too bad. New or returning students, however, new students must submit a copy of their high school transcript because if you're new, we have no info on your grades or how you do in school. Demonstrate financial need. Again, there's a lot of ways to demonstrate financial need. One of the best ways to do it is in your essay. Must be active in campus activities and or community service. Now, what does that mean? Active in campus activities. Are you in a club? Are you in an organization? Are you in the honor society? Did you clean up a park? Did you provide food for the homeless? Did you do a coat drive? Did you do a food drive? That would be all community service and campus activities. So if any of that sounds like it rings a bell, if you volunteered or donated your time, I think you got that covered. Lastly, the ability to participate in new student orientation, community service, open house, and other college-related events. So keep that in mind. If you want to apply for this scholarship and you think you're a good candidate, there's a good chance you might get it. But that last one, you're going to need to be willing and able to participate in a bunch of different college-wide events. So make sure you're able to do that before you sign up. Academic Engagement Scholarship. All right, we're moving on to number 2. Here's our second scholarship. The Connie Woodruff Memorial Scholarship. This is for students enrolled in our nursing program. So this is for nursing students only. This is for those that can demonstrate academic promise and performance, AKA good grades. And lastly, you must exemplify perseverance and success through personal challenges. The best place to do this is in your essay. It is the only opportunity you get to use words to explain what a crazy year or what a crazy 2 years you've had physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever the case may be. Remember, your essay is the best place to talk about any challenges you may have. The Frank Dillon Primerica Scholarship. You're going to need a GPA of 2.5 or higher. Not too bad. 2.5, definitely doable. You're going to need to demonstrate financial need. Again, It's a very vague term, but one of the easiest ways to do it is in your essay. Talk about your life. This is also renewable. Never quite too sure what that means, but it means that you may be able to receive this money again from Frank Dillon and Primerica. So if you win this scholarship, definitely talk to Frank Dillon and Primerica about how you can go about getting this renewed. All right, our next scholarship is the Leo Foundation Scholarship. You're gonna need a minimum GPA of a 3.0 or better. Got to be enrolled in our science or math program, okay? You need to demonstrate financial need. You know all about that now. And you're gonna need one of your 2 recommendation letters gonna absolutely must be from a faculty, and the other one must be from a community leader, an employer, a faith leader, someone from your church that signs type things like this or writes letters, someone that you know, someone that you may have worked with, someone that knows you, okay? So when you're asking for a letter of recommendation, you're asking someone that you actually know and have spoken to, maybe even potentially worked on a project or a volunteer effort with before. You don't want to just go up to somebody you have no idea and you've never met them and say, hey, can you write this letter for me? Because they're going to tell you no, or they're going to give you a really weird and bad letter that nobody's going to think is good. So stick to people you know for the recommendation letter, all right? All right, and our final scholarship for the returning student for the spring 2022 semester is our Sarah Earl Donald Ryan Memorial Scholarship. This one is for everybody. All you got to do is demonstrate high financial needs, demonstrate a high degree of scholastic achievement and effort, and you must be enrolled full-time. So as long as you're a full-time student, you should be applying for this scholarship. Everybody here should be applying for it. Demonstrate high financial needs and demonstrate high degree of scholastic achievement. The scholastic achievement will be told in your academic transcript that you're going to be uploading to the Google Doc. The demonstrate high financial needs, again, talk about this in your essay. Talk about what it was like to be you and your family this past year and a half. All right. Believe that is it for, yes, it is. Okay. That is it for the scholarship portion of the review for our ultimate tutorial to our scholarships. Coming up right now, my favorite, your favorite, Director of Student Life and Activities, Mr. Jamil Graham. He is going to go over the application process and the application itself and how to do all that good stuff with you right now.
How's everybody doing? Am I muted?
Doing good, Mr. Graham.
Whoa, now
Excellent.
all right, so I did make a few changes. Hopefully this makes it a lot easier. I know that this semester coming up, the amount of scholarships is going down. Maybe that'll change, maybe it won't. But still all are encouraged to apply. I did my best to make it as simple as possible for you to go through the application, which I will do step by step. You can just check each scholarship you apply for. So as Mr. Ott was so kind enough as to go through all of the criteria, if you did happen to meet the criteria for, let's say, the Leo Foundation, you can select that, as well as your academic engagement. So I made it a check all that applies instead of you having to type it out. Now the rest you'll have to fill in, right? You would begin with your Essex email address. It's a pretty standard form. Well, webmail at essex.edu. Includes your name, ID number. All right. Address. We want to use a little autofill. All right. So the little standard information so that donors can contact you or that we can contact you if you're a recipient. Date of birth. May have to keep going way back here, Mr. Ott. But I'll settle for that.
My man.
Right. Gender, right? You can prefer not to answer. I'm going to actually make this not mandatory. All right. Credits. Now I know everybody stresses when you see questions like this. Oh my gosh, I really have to look something up. Well, in reality, you still have to print your academic transcript and you should be abreast of how many credits you have earned, right? Because that's progress towards your degree. So you would put in, and this doesn't have to be exact, all right? because you do have to submit your transcript. You put your major, all right? Any academic awards, right? Or community involvement. Mr. Joe Ott mentioned some of this, but you can put that you were on Dean's list, right? Maybe you were on Dean's list for the fall 2020 semester, right? Maybe you were inducted into Phi Theta Kappa, right? What else could you have done?
If you were one of our Essex NASA scholars, this is definitely a place to put that.
In NASA Scholars Program, right? Member of SGA and performed service, right? Distribution, right? You got to take opportunities to include different aspects of yourself. And then, as Mr. Ott said, you know, you can use your essay to demonstrate financial need. You can use your essay to demonstrate maybe your scholastic achievements, right? Whatever it is that you think separates you and makes you deserving to be a recipient of the particular scholarship. You can speak to the criteria. You can speak to your leadership, your academic accomplishments, right? You can speak to your career goals, even to your academic goals, right? Because we know that you're earning your associates here at Essex, right? So what do you plan to do next, right? Your financial need, right? And then you can speak to things that, you know, how maybe you were denied financial aid, right? But you still have difficulty meeting your tuition or whatever the case may be, all right? You can also speak to your strengths, right? Maybe humanity, I'm going to say, because some students like to speak of what they plan to do to help others when they succeed, and how a scholarship will help towards them completing their degrees, right? So this is the chance to let whatever committee is reviewing your particular application get a chance to better know you, all right? And what makes you a deserving recipient. Then you can click next, all right? And then basically this is certifying that everything is accurate. You can see we have the due dates, right? And then you would be required to add a file and upload your academic transcript, all right? Then all you have to do is drag files. So I will go ahead and grab a random document, maybe my good club charter packet. All right, but this would be your academic transcript, okay? And I guess for the sake that we always do like to run tutorials, right, Mr. Ott?
Absolutely.
All right, your academic transcript is obtained from your web services account, which you can access through that, webservices.essex.edu, or you can go to essex.edu. Apologize, this is my most frequent visited portion of the website directory. All right, and if you're a student, you would go to student. You would select your web services. You would enter secure area. and sign in with your ID number and your 6-digit PIN. You would go to your student and financial aid, select student records, academic transcript. I'll just leave it at all levels. You click submit. You pull up your transcript. I'm going to right click and select print. Are y'all seeing everything? Even the print dialog?
We see it all.
Okay. I'm going to save this as a PDF. Academic transcript, downloads, save. I'm going to go back to my application. I'm going to add a file. Downloads, drag my academic transcript, and upload. All right, you see it's there. All right. Maybe if you, the only way you can do it is maybe screenshots, then maybe you can, I don't know, does it let you add multiple files? Let's see. Oh, look, see? So even if you had to take a screenshot or whatever the case may be to get that academic transcript, the unofficial transcript, you can upload it. All right. Do not forget, I even gave you one last reminder, right? I'm going to click submit. And look at that. My response was recorded. All right.
So students, if you don't see this page, that means that Mr. Graham did not get it. So make sure you click all the way through to your response has been recorded. Very important.
All right. And then let's say if you did it, you checked off 2, you said, oh no, I forgot to do the Leo. All right. I believe I let you do more than one. Okay. But only go back if necessary. Okay.
Okay.
But I didn't lock it at one response because I know that sometimes we may forget something. All right. Or, you know, maybe you didn't read it carefully the first time, or maybe you just didn't want to apply for a certain scholarship and you changed your mind. But hopefully we've simplified it, at least that aspect of it. You still have to send me the recommendation letters via email, because once you submit, you could not go back. So I know it may take some time to get those recommendation letters from the professors. You can have them send them to directly to my email. Mr. Ott included it earlier. It's included in the application. You'll be receiving the email from my email address. You just share it with your professors. When they send the email, I'm pretty quick with the response. I let them know that it's received. And we organize everything for distribution to the various committees.
All right, Essex family, thank you for tuning into Virtual Cafe. We hope you got all the information you needed about returning student scholarships for the spring 2022 semester. An edited version of this video will be on our YouTube channel, SLAO Essex, tomorrow. So feel free to reference that video. We will let you know when it's out there, and you'll be able to relive this entire episode with all the ultimate tutorials we did on the scholarship application and the scholarship criteria for each scholarship. We hope that you and your family are doing well this semester. We hope that you're staying safe, stay warm, because it is getting cold. We will catch you on the flip side. Until then, take care.